I was pondering today, like, how do you really tap into yourself and really listen to your intuition? Um, I think in the world that we have so much coming at us that it's really hard to find that small, still inner voice. Like God's voice is a whisper. God's voice isn't a scream. It's very still and subtle. And I think sometimes, how do you find that space to be quiet as well as, as we're in the world? I think for me specifically is how can you tap into the world, but not take everything in? Like you don't need to assign meaning to everything. You can just be still and observe, but not go, okay, well, maybe that means something for me, or what what does this mean for me? And I know I can do that occasionally. And when I am doing that, it's when I don't feel settled within myself and really tapped into, am I really listening to me? And am I creating space for myself to listen? Um, and giving myself the space to explore and find that voice. So, my toss to you today is, how do you listen to your intuition? How do you tap into that knowingness that you have within you? Because I think, and to know that that knowingness in that moment is for that moment. It, something else might happen down the road. Or how have you also tapped in or maybe ignored it? And maybe that's come back to bite you. I can think of a few examples in my life where it's like I really wasn't tuned in and listening. And it always, of course, worked itself out. But it probably took a lot longer. Again, time is of an illusion, so it doesn't really matter there either. But I guess my learning is like we are having things repeated or come back up until we truly learn how to be in a state of peace and a state of consciousness when that comes up, and to be completely detached and surrendered. So I guess I'm just so curious as to, how do you tap in and really listen? How do you find that small, still voice that's God?